Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Point Click Podcast. Czar Salesman.
We pretend people care about our opinions. We pretend people care about our opinions.
They're just a couple of good guys, virtue signaling their life away.
It smells like wet dog. We pretend people care about our opinions. We pretend people care about our opinions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Point Click Podcast. They're just a couple of good guys, virtue signaling their life away. So stay woke, stay fresh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Point and Click Podcast. My name is John the Wise, and I have with me my sexy co-host who's making his final return, or no, I don't know why final return. He's making his
Never
return.
coming back.
Never coming back. Return. He's making his return back to the podcast. Czar Solomon, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
For our
Welcome to the Point Click Podcast. I'm your host, John the Wise.
For those of you who are listening, Czar is wearing a denim jacket. No, wait, is it a button-down shirt?
What?
It's a denim button-down shirt.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And my
I live in the South.
My son just shit all the way up his back on his shirt. Great. Sorry, wife. Yeah, that happens, dude.
We're getting some good hot takes from John's son over here.
Dude, he's giving me hot takes from his butthole, dude.
Beautiful.
But I wanted to say that button-down denim shirt, is that like a hot thing in Tennessee?
I don't really know, to be honest. I guess so. I think it's just.
I think it's
I think
great.
they're just back in style, to be honest.
I think so too. And I've often wondered if I can wear that and rock it.
You can.
Can I rock it?
Yeah.
Wife, can I rock a denim
it's
shirt?
not real thick. It's pretty thin too.
Wife says I can't rock it. So obviously now I need to prove her wrong.
Yeah. You need to get full denim.
Full denim, dude, head to toe. Denim shoes, denim sunglasses. Yeah. I'm sure there's denim sunglasses. But
You've seen the picture of Justin Timberlake and, Britney back in the day.
Where they were full denimed out?
Yeah. She's got like the denim cowboy hat on.
The 90s were a great time, dude.
Oh man, it was something.
Oh man, so this week there hasn't really been anything in the news as far as games go. Because
there's been like big 2 or 3 things. And I think that's why.
Yeah.
Because it's stuff like, big launches.
Yeah, but as far as like journalism and articles and stuff like that, it hasn't been that crazy. We have a few things to talk about. We might dive into like Steam charts or upcoming games and stuff like that. But other than that, I mean, it's just not much really going on in the world. Have you been watching any new shows or anything, Czar?
Excuse me. Actually, yes. It's on Netflix.
Haunting?
It's called what?
The Haunting?
The Haunting on the House on the Hill?
Yeah, Hill House.
Hill House, Haunting of the Hill House. I think is what it's called.
Yeah,
it's on Netflix.
That's the one you're watching, right?
Yeah, just finished it actually.
Oh, don't tell me anything. I'm on episode 3.
Well, let me tell you that. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I'll say it's good.
It's fucking. I'm like intrigued as fuck, dude.
How far into it are you?
Episode 3. So.
Oh, okay.
And wife was shitting her pants. It's like every episode is a really good horror movie.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth the watch.
Yeah, I like the idea of it. It's really cool, and just the way that I don't know if have you seen Hereditary and
oh my god, Hereditary was so good.
Dude, that thing was fucking ridiculous, man. It was so scary.
Good. So
So
good. I
so
was.
scary.
Whew, that movie still creeps me out.
You know what's crazy about that movie? It doesn't have any jump scares.
It really doesn't. Aside from like it pans to the side and there's naked people.
Yeah, but that's not. It's not like a sting of like music, like da-dung, you
Yeah.
know. It doesn't do any of that shit. It's just like, hey, look at that disturbing image. What does that do to you?
Look at that stirring image. That's pretty apt description, especially when it was like the marketing for it was great. Can I spoilers for Hereditary? It's been out
Well,
long enough, right?
we'll do a countdown. This is a 10-second
Okay.
countdown for spoilers. If you guys want to fast forward, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So the marketing was really good because it was so focused on the girl.
Don't listen to
And
Czar. Don't listen to Czar. We're talking. I mean, don't listen to
you
Stas. He's like, no, no spoilers.
um because the marketing and everything, really focused on the girl, the young girl.
Oh my
And
god, yeah.
so you think that it's going to be the story about her. She's going to be the central point, something like that. She kind of, and she wasn't. It was about the boy,
Yeah, no, that's
and it was
what.
like she just dies like in the first quarter of the movie.
And I was fucking shocked, dude. I'm just
Yeah,
writing current topic and stuff like that.
I kept expecting it to be like he wakes up, and it didn't happen. You know?
Yeah, I thought that little dude, the way they did the trailers and everything for Hereditary, it made it seem like she was gonna be like. Have you seen the movie The Omen? It's like right when you're drinking water, I ask you a question.
I still have not seen The Omen,
Well, it's like a little kid in the
but I
movie.
understand like the premise. Isn't it supposed to be the Antichrist?
Yeah, he's like the Antichrist, devil child, whatever you want to fucking call it. And that's what we thought this little girl was gonna be in Hereditary. And then all
Yeah,
of a
something like
sudden,
that.
fucking head
She gets
comes off.
decapitated.
Dude, head comes off, dude. How shocked were you when that happened, dude?
I was really shocked, and like I said, I kept expecting him to wake up, or like he goes to bed.
Yeah,
I was just expecting him to wake up the next day and like everything was back to normal, and like he didn't know what was gonna like, and like he still remembers it happening, but she's alive, and like none of it really happened
dude. It
because
was
I
insane.
expected him to be like going insane because of like the evil presence or something like that weird going on.
The when he's like in bed and the mom's like, "All right, I'm gonna go to the store. I'll be right back," and
Oh
you're
man,
you're
it's
just
just
like, "Oh my god, oh my god." Then there's like a beat, a pause, and you just hear her
and the
fucking,
screaming.
dude, as she sees her fucking decapitated daughter's body in the back of her car, just
And
rotting.
the direction and the actors did such a good job of just that atmosphere of just like what the fuck do you do and how
Yeah,
do you react to something like that?
yeah. It was just like what it was like good enough where it was believable and it wasn't too like that would never happen, it was
Yeah.
it was actually kind of like you could put yourself in their position and go like maybe it might happen to you, like I don't know, it just felt real even though it was ridiculous.
Yeah, the event itself was very human and real.
Yeah,
Obviously the rest of the movie was, witch cult, demon lord, whatever, but
yeah,
like that part of it was like felt so real because there was nothing horror about it. It was just a horrible tragic event that took
yeah,
place
yeah, that's what it's felt like. And then like you're putting the pieces together and you're like, oh my god, these horrible things happen to this family all the time
for a
and
reason.
for a reason. And then have you watched it more than once?
All the three women had to be beheaded.
Dude,
She was one of them.
because that's part of the sacrifice. We're talking
Yeah, the
about
spirit was in her.
Hereditary, by the way, if anybody's just joining us. We're talking about Hereditary. But dude, it was just ridiculous. I'd never expected a movie to be so scary and not have jump scares.
Yeah.
So when Ray told me, "Hey dude, it's the scariest movie I've ever seen," and it doesn't have
You're
any
like,
jump
oh come on.
scares, and he's like, and it doesn't have jump scares. I was like, fuck, it must be really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. If a movie can really freak you out without jump scares, it's fucking disturbing.
Yeah, exactly. And I hate the ones that are just cheap scares, like whenever like he's doing like a mundane thing like opening a door or turning off a light switch and then like they put
Right.
like they do a sting of music. They also do this thing in horror movies where the audio is like this low, so you can't, you're like, let me turn
Yeah,
up the
everybody's the audio mixing is on purpose so that you turn it way up.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, the devil's in your anus. Oh my god, what the fuck? Like, Jesus Christ, dude. So I don't like that either. But have you noticed that like most of like the horror movie influence like recently, since like the 90s till now, has come from like Japan and shit? The Ring is
Yeah,
Japanese, The
yeah,
Grudge, and
yeah.
what else? There's like been other movies. Apparently over there in the East, they're fucking psychos when it comes to that shit.
Well, Japan, yeah, we already knew that. I
Yeah.
mean, you can look at the other mediums of their freaky work, like some of the really disturbing anime that's
Oh my
out there, and you're
god,
like,
man.
"Oh, okay, y'all are fucked up."
Yeah. Yeah, but the even those like Insidious, The Conjuring, all those movies are the director, creator, or whatever, James Han, is like, he's Asian. I just don't know where exactly he's from, but it's all
Mhm.
like his brainchild. You know what I mean? They're even like filmed the same way.
Sounds like you're being racist.
I'm very racist. You know what? I'm a xenophobe, okay? And I don't apologize. Gas the deaf, and don't let the Asians into Harvard.
It's oh my god.
Fresh Prince says, I think it's more based off of The Exorcist. See, that was like, we had, America was like top dog from like the 70s all the way to the 90s. We had like the best fucking horror movies. Freddy Krueger, Jason, all these motherfuckers, right? And then there's even really bad ones. Have you seen Pumpkinhead?
I mean, I don't even watch those kind of horror movies. They seem cheap to me, like all the Friday the 13th ones and stuff.
Yeah, Pumpkinhead is about like a bunch of people bullying a like mentally disabled kid, and then they kill him like through the bullying. Like it went too far one day, and
Yeah.
then he comes back as like a demon with like a horribly like what do you call it, practical effects, like horrible, like
Mhm.
every like rubber gloves and shit. Like he just looks so bad, and he murders everybody as like a demon. It's
That
really
sounds
weird.
horrendous. That
It's
sounds
one of those
gross.
bad like 80s fucking horror movies.
Yeah.
But we were the king up until then. Then we kind of got like, I think those were like the beginning of the end. Those like fucking bad movies, And then everyone's like, all right, horror movies are garbage. Then the Japanese were like, hold my beer. Here's some fucking, here's The Ring, bitch. Fucking, I didn't sleep well for weeks after I watched The Ring.
Yeah, The Ring was a good one.
Did you ever walk by your TV at night and go like, if that motherfucker turns on, I'm burning this house down?
White noise for me always gets me.
Oh
And not
man,
even just because of The Ring, just because it's so overused in like the horror medium.
yeah.
So like whenever there's white noise, it's because in horror movies they often use overwhelming noise and chaos as a way to overwhelm your senses, especially when you're afraid. It's a surefire way to be like show fear or make you afraid, like a door trying to get open to. The more frantic the thing on the outside is trying to do it, the more chaotic it gets, the more scary it becomes.
Yeah, it's
So white
frantic.
noise works that way too, because white noise is frantic.
It's like overloading your senses, and it's like, hey, I need my senses so I can hear like danger, like this is bad.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. And like the worst is when like an electronic device, like it's on, it's like, hey, who left this on? Turn it off, take a step,
Oh
two
man.
steps, turns it back on. Then it's like, all right, let me go unplug it. The plug was unplugged the whole time.
Oh my god, that is so tropey.
Me and Ray, we actually went through all the tropes together. The other one is, another rule is, if you're using a flashlight to search the room, don't
You're
your
already dead.
your eyes do not follow the light. You don't like go like one by one. You do like quick
Right?
movements around the fucking room. Like, is there anything there? Anything there? Anything there? Like, do it fast. All right, don't do slow
Get a nice
movements.
scan.
Yeah, quick scan. Left, right, up, down. Is there anything here? There is. All right, let's just leave the house. Just go on vacation, dude. There's something in
Just
the
leave.
house.
Yeah, fucking leave the house.
Go on
Of
fucking
course, you wouldn't
vacation.
have if I feel like we wouldn't have horror movies if people in horror movies behaved like you should,
Yeah.
because it's like when something like that happens, I'm like, I'm burning my house down.
Dude, just leave. Go on vacation. Come back in a week. If the spirit is still there, then I'll call my buddy Arnog. He knows spells and shit.
There you go.
We'll be good.
I'm calling a priest.
Calling a Wiccan.
I'm not. You just don't stay at the house. You call a priest, and that doesn't work. You burn your house down.
Also, Fresh Prince says there's this freaky German movie called Goodnight Mommy that I watched recently. I'd recommend it.
That sounds horrifying.
Just from the
Title
title,
sounds
I'm
horrifying.
definitely not down. I'm definitely not down with that.
Yeah,
So,
that. Good night,
did you
mommy.
does your girl really like horror movies?
Oh my god, it's her favorite genre.
Oh, okay.
She's anything horror, satanic, demon related.
Dude, she loved Hereditary, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially once it became like a witches cult thing.
Oh man. All right, let's I wanted to make an announcement, so let's talk
We got
about
an announcement.
I got an announcement. I wanted to kind of let everyone know cuz I've been on hiatus. I haven't streamed since
You've
the
been on
last week.
sporadic hiatus.
Yeah, I haven't streamed like consistently since my baby's been born. I haven't really posted anything or I haven't even gamed with people off stream,
Ooh.
So because I don't know when they're on, and like obviously when I turn on my stream, everyone knows, hey, like let's meet up, and then we can all play games together. But if I don't have my stream on, we don't have that anchor to like know when we're gonna play with each other and stuff. So I haven't really been able to connect. But pretty much the situation with me right now is obviously I've had a kid.
What?
And, yeah, I had a baby, in case you haven't noticed. And he just takes up so much of your time. Not because, not like in a chore way. I don't want people to think that like I'm miserable, because I'm honestly not. I fucking love it, dude.
Sure you are.
No, I'm not miserable at all, dude. I love hanging out with him, and I love taking care of him. And I've had time off from work this whole time. It's been like honestly kind of like a vacation. And the whole sleeping thing, in the first like few weeks, it's really bad. But once you like get him used to a schedule, he knows nighttime is sleep now. So like we figured it out. Like we've divvied the labor, so I'm not like depressed that I'm not getting sleep or anything like that. I'm fine. And the only thing is that I'm gonna go back to my job soon, but I'm also working with my cousin, and that I just started working with my cousin.
Yeah, you mentioned possibly starting something up with him.
Yeah, I started working with him, and I saw some immediate success that wasn't like crazy success, but it shows potential. And at the same time, my other job is way more of a secure job. It's like it's got benefits and all that shit. So currently right now, until I'm making enough money to take over the other job with my cousin, then I've decided that I'm just gonna work both jobs because I can. Working with my cousins in the morning till like about 3 o'clock. Then I can go home, get ready, and hit the field for the other job. So I can do that. And the only problem is obviously there's gonna be no time for the stream at all during the week. But Saturdays and Sundays.
Becoming a weekend streamer?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a weekend streamer, man. So I still want to keep the Cyberpunk going. Because
that would actually be a really good time investment for your stream, I think. Because especially if you're changing the stream's focus to weekends, you're going to be able to put more effort into the Cyberpunk game.
Yeah, so a few things is like I wanted Cyberpunk game. I want to keep doing because the game's going to come out, Cyberpunk 2077. It's going to come out soon. And if you type into YouTube right now, real play Cyberpunk 2020 real play, you're gonna find my name first, and then the number 2 and number 3 guy haven't posted in like 4 years.
Into YouTube, you said?
Yeah. So I'm one of the only ones that is actually posting a real game that's being played, that's being recorded since like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm one of the first ones. So people have even messaged me and said that. So obviously. Nice. This is I'm in the beginning, I'm here at the beginning. It's something that I have a lot of knowledge about, so I don't want to give that up because I think that it has the potential to be successful because I'll be one of the first. So there's that. The other thing is the podcasts with my wife, and this one is I love doing this. This is like one of my favorite things to do, talking about video games, just relaxing with you and doing. It's not even work to me. to be honest with you. During the week, I just take articles, I put them on a notepad, I copy paste them onto a notepad on my phone, and then at the end of the week, I have stuff to talk about. And that's so easy. I could do that any day, you know?
Yeah, and especially I think with just the way the cycle and everything works, a week of time is enough to have like stuff to talk about.
Yeah, and this is something me and you, we own it. And even if Twitch decides that they don't want us to be on their platform, we can always go to another platform and do it.
Yeah.
And the podcast is always going to be ours. So I take a lot of pride in it, you know? I like it a lot. And I know you feel the same way. We've talked about it. So I want to keep this going, and I want to keep the Cyberpunk going. As far as streaming during the week, and if I find time to do it, I'll do it. But for now, the stream is kind of dead, man. Just at least temporary until I figure out which job is paying more or what my situation is going to be. You know, I might like doing the two jobs at once because of, you know, the money, dude. It's two fucking jobs, so.
Especially for right now, long term, you're not gonna like it, but you know, right now, maybe at this time in your life, it'll be something good to do. Just
Yeah.
because you'll be busier, you have the extra cash while your son's young,
Yeah.
get stuff ready, you know, and especially because you'll be growing that thing with your cousin that could potentially turn out to be something better than what you've got going on right now.
Yeah, and the thing with my cousin, I mean, if that takes over as my main income, then I'll be able to stream again. But
Yeah.
and for now, it's just, you know, new dad, work hard, you know, for the first like year. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Maybe a few months, maybe a year. I don't know. I thought I would be really depressed, man. And I know like a lot of people will be disappointed with this news, but
Yeah.
I haven't been happier, dude. Like I'm so happy right now with my son and everything that not streaming doesn't make me sad. It is disappointing to me too that I can't do it, but I'm more excited about, you know, focusing on the podcast, focusing on Cyberpunk, and to be honest with you, I think I'm going to start doing YouTube as well.
Yeah. It's a good
Because
idea.
think about it, dude, there's way more people on YouTube than Twitch.
Oh yeah.
People
Oh
don't
yeah.
even know what Twitch is. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And
Way more people.
as much as I love playing video games and doing that whole stream show entertainment thing, the the whole YouTube thing is something that I can control, and I the entertainment, it can be higher quality because it's not improvised. It's like planned out and stuff like that, you know.
Yep.
So I definitely I want to come back to streaming for sure, but for now this is all I can do until you know, just for a little while. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, just the whole new dad aspect is enough to be like time to step back from streaming for a bit.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I was kind of naive to think that it wouldn't change that much, but it changed a lot, obviously. But it's not like I'm not miserable, and I hope that you guys are not too disappointed about it because I know you guys, a lot of my people, they're like my supporters and stuff like that. They're you guys are all pretty much my friends. Like streaming has made me find new friends more than anything, you know.
Right.
The money aspect of it has been very minimal, little to none. It's mostly been just people, you know, showing that they want to support me and showing like validating me. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much
Yeah.
it. And I consider those people my friends because they could be giving their money to a big time streamer and getting 1,000 emotes and, you know, being a part of that community, but they would rather give it to me and be a part of my community, even though the
Oh yeah.
rewards are less. So that just shows you that I actually have friends and not just like followers or whatever the fuck you want to call
Right.
them. You know?
The community building aspect of Twitch is really the pull, I think, in general for me.
Yeah, I love it. So yeah, if it wasn't for Twitch, I wouldn't have been able to find you, and we wouldn't have been able to start this podcast.
We never would have met, and now we've known each other for over 3 years.
Yeah, and we 69
When you
every
think
weekend.
about it, how long time goes by, Jesus.
I know, man. We've known each other for a while, man. And I still don't know much about you because you're so fucking secretive. People ask me about like what's happened with Czar, what's going on, and I'm like, dude, you know more than me. I didn't even know he was married till fucking a day before he announced it, dude.
Oh,
Yeah. So That's all good. So that's my situation. That's my stream situation. I'm hoping that during the week I can do some stuff, some creative things. But I know you guys will be supportive of it, and I know you guys wish the best for me, which I appreciate. So yeah, that's it. That's my stream news.
Yeah, I'm actually excited about the possibility of weekend stream. Man, I'll probably be able to catch it more often now.
Yeah, that's it. It's weird to say, but becoming active in Twitch communities is a major contributor to me getting out of some serious depression, says Prince. That's honestly, like I said, before I started streaming, I cut out all my friends. And my only two friends were Ray, that I introduced you guys to, and my buddy Arnog, and that's it. I did it on purpose. I didn't want any more friends because they were all bullshit growing up. They were not real friends. When I needed them, they were never there for me.
You cut out the fat from your
Cut out the
life.
fat. That's it. So I was like, I'm not going to spend my time talking to people that I don't need to. But at the same time, it gets kind of lonely not having fucking friends, dude. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So like, I was like, always like, fuck, man. I wish there was someone I could play video games with, someone I could talk to. Because Ray doesn't like all the games that I like to play. He doesn't like HOTS, you know. So and my other buddy doesn't play video games. So it was tough, but because of Twitch, I was able to find people that liked the same games as me and had the same humor as me, because you can filter all that. You can be like, all right, maybe you like HOTS, but our humor is not the same, you know? So
just being on Twitch, it automatically filters the people because you're on Twitch displaying your personality, displaying your humor. So nobody's going to stick around and engage in that if they're not already on board with who you are.
Yeah, and my community and the communities I've been a part of, they're very open. They're very like, hey, come in. Who are you? What's your name? What's your pronoun? How you doing? So we got to learn a lot about each other just from that, you know, from being open to each other. And you're right, Prince. It's helped me, you know, find good friends that I can turn to. So it's awesome, dude. I fucking love it. What's your pronouns are? Asked Dunkstick.
Zay.
Zimzer. Zimzer?
Yeah.
That's nice. We give you about a week, then we start shitting on each other. That's it.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah. So any news with you, Czar? Anything you want to talk about?
No. Just been super fucking busy, really. And finally, hopefully going to be starting on some projects on the new house.
Nice.
It's just been fucking pain with
Is the old house good to go? Like, I know you guys had to do some shit.
We're finishing painting it tomorrow.
Okay.
Then we're gonna finish the painting, and then we can start on projects in the new house and painting it, because I want to get rid of the wood paneling. All the trim inside the house is wood.
Oh shit!
It's not been painted. All the doors are plain wood. There's wood paneling throughout the house.
Are you gonna cover the wood paneling, or are you gonna take it out?
Just gonna paint it for now.
Yeah.
Because that's the easiest way, and it looks okay once it's been painted. And it's not the entire house. Like, this room is drywall. The living room is drywall. The bedroom's drywall. It's just like the walkway of the house, the kitchen, and the basement's all wood paneling.
Keep that wood paneling basement though, dude. That's that D&D atmosphere.
Yeah, but it's just, I just don't. Maybe when I get everything else painted, because the basement will be the last thing I start to work on.
Yeah.
So maybe once I finish the upstairs, maybe I'll leave the wood paneling in the basement alone.
The good thing about wood paneling in the basement is you can fuck with it. You can like drill holes in it and shit, and no one gives a fuck, you know?
Yeah.
So you could like hang up all kinds of like wiring and stuff. Dude, you could make like a fucking LAN center down there. But then you'll have to invite people, so fuck that.
No, fuck no.
Then you make like an awesome man cave, and it's like, all right, it's just for me though, because I'm not gonna invite anyone.
Fuck out.
Yeah, that's it. Hermit life, baby. Prince said you said you might be changing Cyberpunk time. When were you thinking? I was thinking for it to be later in the afternoon, because I was thinking that I would work in the morning. But I'm not sure exactly. I think the weekends I'm just gonna be off, because it's optional.
If you're working 2 jobs,
yeah,
you should be off on the weekends too,
I should
just
be off.
for your mental health.
Yeah,
like seriously, like it. I've worked 2 jobs before, a full time and then a part time that was about 20-30 hours.
Yeah,
on top of the full-time job that's 40 hours a week, it's fucking draining.
Yeah, it is.
It's draining. You need to be off on the weekend, even if you don't stream. You're gonna
Yeah.
need it. You're gonna need it for you. You're gonna need it for your wife. You're gonna need it for your kid.
No, yeah, I'm planning on, I'm even planning to like fucking phone it in on the second job just to like do the bare minimum, dude. I'm telling you, I'm just going to be doing
Just
like the
like,
bare minimum to not get fired. And then hopefully if they do let me go, it's on performance based so I could still get unemployment or something. I don't know.
oh my
So,
god.
but no, I'm just saying I'm going to be I'm gonna have my weekends, but I'm planning to maybe do a 4 p.m. start time, Prince. So the because Saturday mornings,
4 p.m. That's not even afternoon. That's evening.
I know
What the?
because the reason I want to do that is because if Saturdays and Sundays are my only days off, I do have a kid now, and I have
Right.
he has grandparents. So if I take all my Saturday mornings out of the picture for my family, it's kind of fucked up. So I gotta
Right.
leave it open and hang out with them, and then be like, all right, I gotta head home, before 3 o'clock. So
Right.
yeah, and I know Prince said he can make it after that, so that's what I'm trying to do. I think I'm gonna try that. We'll see how that goes. But yeah. Other than that, so that's it. Old house is worked on.
Yep.
Uh,
About to start
and
on the new house so I can get some projects done around here.
how's work going with you, man?
Fucking busy. Just fucking busy.
Yeah.
Lots of new stuff. Having to do a lot of stuff. Luckily, I haven't gotten many calls, but I've been. Um, we usually have like an on-call cycle,
Yeah.
but now that I'm working with our programmer, it's completely different. I still go on call with the other techs once, 1 week out of the month,
Yeah.
but now I have to cover the programmer whenever he goes out of town or on some of the weekends. He's on call 24/7.
Oh shit.
And yes, there's like a hospital in Hawaii and a hospital in California that we do work for
Yeah.
that he does stuff. So I have to be on call when he's not available 24/7 for like a hospital in Hawaii.
Damn, dude. 24/7 tech support.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm sure you
It's
get. Do you guys get a premium if it's like after hours?
mm-mm,
No.
salary now.
Ah, Jesus. You got shafted, dude.
Yeah, I went over to being a programmer and got hit with salary.
Yeah, I get you, man. It's all good, dude. Salary's safe.
Yeah, I mean it's nice. Paycheck is always the exact same.
Yeah, but
That's nice.
the thing about salary is it's really good whenever like you come into work for like 3 hours.
And you're
Eh,
like, I gotta go.
Yeah, and they're like, well, you're getting paid the same anyway. But there's usually like other times where they make you do overtime and stuff, and we actually have that in the news to talk about. But
Ooh, uh-oh.
yeah,
Oh, that's yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But anyway, speaking of news, are you done with your news? Should we move on?
Yeah, let's do this shit. We've been talking about dumb shit for
Yeah,
30
I
minutes.
think we've killed enough time. Let's
I think we've killed enough people's brain cells.
exactly. Let's get straight to the news. All right, first piece of news right here. Rockstar has been working 100-hour weeks on Red Dead Redemption 2. This article came out on the 15th of October. It was everywhere, so that was like
Mhm.
6 days ago.
Yeah,
And
everybody was talking about this.
and
Twitter was all about it.
there was so much
Even
backlash.
Chris, what's his name? Chris D'Elia?
Dalia.
D'Elia? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah,
Chris
yeah.
D'Elia even tweeted about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he was, saying, bashing people on Twitter, pretending they cared about it.
Yeah, so the rhetoric is a lot of people got upset when they heard this news because they're like, "Oh, you're working these guys to the bone, and they don't get enough pay." This all came out after the Telltale game fiasco. So like, there all those
Yeah.
people were like, "Dude, we worked overtime all those years or whatever, and this is what we have to show for it. We just get fired all of a sudden."
Welcome to salary.
Exactly. So, like we were talking about salary. And so this came out, and people are like pissed off because they're like, you're working them way too hard, and this, and that. And, it's just outrage, false
It's
outrage.
outrage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand the outrage, but I mean, the outrage is from. I feel like it's just from people that don't work in any tech
Oops.
industry.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, but
Because it's like, oh, I read this and I'm like, that sounds, yeah. If you work in a technical field, yeah, there you probably gonna get hit with some shit like that.
yeah,
You know, you work for Apple, those dudes get locked in um a warehouse for a week with no contact to the outside world before launching the new iPhone.
yeah,
I mean, like any high production place, you know, any car company, Tesla, or any sort of tech field, small companies especially. This is what happens when you're under pressure as a business. You people have to fucking work. It's
and
just what it
especially
is.
especially a Rockstar who has made all kinds of games. This is like par for the course with them. Like they've
Yeah,
done this kind of shit all the time. It's like, all right, this is crunch week. You know, the
yeah,
game's
that's
about
what
to come
it's.
out.
Yeah, it sucks as
Yeah,
a worker.
yeah.
It fucking sucks.
You know what
But
this is, man? This is our fucking culture that doesn't understand. They've had so many helicopter parents and lawnmower parents, which
right,
are, I don't know if you've heard that term,
I've
lawnmower
never
parents.
not heard lawnmower, helicopter, of course, but not lawnmower.
Lawnmower parents are parents that take out every obstacle in front of their kids so they don't have any
Oh, okay,
obstacles in front of them.
that makes sense. That
So
makes sense.
the all of that happening to our society, we've now like, oh my god, that's such hard work. Why would you do that? You know what I
They're
mean?
getting paid a lot of money. Okay, let's just clear that up. The people that are working 100-hour weeks on Red Dead Redemption, they're getting paid
Yeah. Yeah.
good money. These aren't people that are being paid minimum wage. These aren't people that are getting paid $40,000 a year. These people are making money
Yeah. And this is
and they're
crunch
being
week.
compensated. Does it suck? Yes. Should it be the norm all the time? No. But it's the reality of demands of the market.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with hard work, man. There's nothing fucking wrong with working hard.
No.
If it's a constant thing, then maybe you need to reevaluate like what's going on,
Yes.
dude.
If they were working 100-hour weeks normally, it would be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you're talking about like how Amazon treats its warehouse employees, they get paid $15 an hour.
Yeah.
That's different than this.
Yeah.
You know, like one is actual like employee abuse and one is the nature of the business.
Yeah.
You know, they're getting compensated properly and this is not the normal working conditions. This is last crunch hour type stuff that goes on in the
Yeah.
industry. It happens
Exactly.
on movies. You think the people that edit movies don't get this as well? You think they don't get 100-hour work weeks prior to the release of big movies?
Yeah. So, let's see. We poured everything we have into Red Dead Redemption 2. We have really pushed ourselves as hard as we can. And he says the result is a game that Dan claims is 65 hours long, although 5 hours of content have been cut. And he
Mm.
boasts 300,000 animations, 500,000 lines of dialogue. Wow.
Like, come on.
By 700 voice actors. Dude, so it's not Skyrim where it's the same 7 guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
700 different voice actors, dude. That's a lot of fucking people, dude.
From if you what have you ever watched Funhouse on
Yeah,
YouTube?
yeah, I've heard of them.
Well, they started doing because you know they're under the Rooster Teeth umbrella.
Yeah.
Well, they're starting back up doing like a weekly news show,
Oh.
and they actually hired recently Alana Pierce.
Oh
I think is
yeah.
her last name.
Yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
used to work at IGN.
Yeah.
And so they're doing, you know, a weekly news segment on the game. And if you go back and watch this past week's one, has a really good information about Red Dead Redemption 2. And just, I didn't realize the scope because I played the first one and it was, you know, very, you know, Grand Theft Auto in the West. This one is going to be so much bigger,
Yeah.
or is rather. I guess it's already released, isn't it?
Well, is it out yet?
Is it? I don't fucking know.
Let
It's
me
not on
see.
PC, so it's
Oh
like,
yeah, that's right. Red Dead Redemption 2 release is
26th.
26th. Okay, we're coming up. 5 more
Okay.
days.
Um, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be all these, you know, Bethesda games and Grand Theft Auto had a fucking baby.
Damn.
Like it's
with
the
online.
depth with online. The depth to it, from what I've seen so far, is just out of this world.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing about Rockstar. They make a game, it's like groundbreaking, then they set the bar higher, and everyone's like, how can you go that high? And then they're like, here, this is how we can go that high. And then
They're always pushing
yeah.
the envelope for the interactiveness and the depth and the options that their games have.
So I'm expecting my expectations for Red Dead Redemption 2 are high. They've told us your expectations should be high, and I can almost guarantee that it's gonna deliver.
Yep. Now, if they would only fucking deliver it to PC.
Yeah, I mean it will. It's gonna come to PC. It's for sure. They
The
saw.
first one didn't.
I know, but they saw that. Look, GTA 5 Online taught them
Yeah.
so much, dude. It taught
Yeah.
them so much on how much money they can make. And they're like, dude, this model works, so let's fucking make it happen for Red Dead Redemption 2. So I can't wait.
Hopefully, because I want it on PC. Because otherwise, I can't play it, and I really want to play that game.
Dude, the horses have testicles. Come on, dude.
I know, right?
It's fucking awesome. So
Give me
yeah.
them horse balls in my face.
So next piece of news has to do with it. Rockstar QA Studio told that overtime is now optional after workers said it felt mandatory. So because of the outrage,
I mean, that's good.
yeah. But they told him like, dude, it's optional. You don't really have to do testicles that shrink in the cold. No way. That's sick. That's insane detail, dude. I want to see those horse balls. But let's see. Okay, so this is employees could not. Somebody said this to Kotaku. Through the conversations we've been having, it is clear to us that the requested scheduled overtime felt like an obligation to some, if not many, of the team. The company's head of publishing, Jen Colby, told Kotaku. We therefore spoke to them to make sure it is clear that the OT is not mandatory. And then they told them, yeah, it's not mandatory, but, you know, come on, dude.
Oh, man, I feel so sorry for them. My overtime is mandatory, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm expected to work more than 40 hours a week.
Yeah. And also, the QA team, you guys need to suck my dick, all right? Do you understand that for 6 months, 12-hour days for me, okay? I worked on Hannah Montana, the movie, the game.
Oh my God,
okay? I was a QA tester for Hannah Montana, the movie, the game. Okay? Not the game of the show, which is more successful than the movie. No, the movie, the game, made by CD Projekt, dude.
Right, yeah.
It was made by CD Projekt, and it was an abomination of a game, and I fucking had to play it for 12 hours straight for 6 months, and I got compensated for it. Even though I fucking hated it, I still had to do it. You guys get to fucking play Red Dead Redemption 2, alright? Suck my dick, dude. You get testicles that shrink in the cold, man. You know what I got? I had to play carnival games with Hannah Montana and then choose what shoes to wear to the next event.
I don't even know how you played it for 12 hours for that long.
I really just blocked it out. I don't remember anything around that time, and I think it has to do 90% with the game, dude. So yeah, that's it. So everybody on the internet, you guys won, okay? You made Rockstar feel bad, and now everybody gets to have their participation trophy and gets to feel like, you know, the internet. We did it, Reddit.
We did it, Reddit.
We did it, Reddit. All right, next piece of news. Yas! Meet Sonic Fox, the queer
Every
fury.
time. I hate my life.
His eyes are nice though.
We're in the worst timeline.
Those are contacts, aren't they?
That just looks like an enhanced image.
Anyway, meet Sonic Fox, the queer furry who's destroying everyone else at fighting games. I mean, you guys know that.
I mean, all furries are queer.
How dare you?
Yuck.
You guys remember we've covered this guy before because, you know, he's just so out there. Even if you don't know anything about the fighting game community, you're like, what the fuck's going on here? Why is there a guy in a furry costume fucking everyone up in Dragon Ball? So, yeah, he says, I'm gay, but I'm also the best Dragon Ball FZ, whatever that is, player on this fucking planet. Don't forget it. So, this article is just him talking about how he says since the age of 10, he knew he was a furry, and he bought his first ears when he was like 10 or first pair of fox ears when he was 16, and he wore them to boost his confidence whenever he competed. So I mean, I guess it works. He's won all kinds of money in his fursuit, and unfortunately, on this last Smash Brothers tournament, he couldn't wear his suit because it was in the shop for repairs. What's a fucking furry suit shop? Where do I find that? It's like, oh yeah, what's wrong with your car? Oh, it needs new brakes. Oh yeah, I know a guy, but he also does furry costumes. Sorry, you're just silent and you're disappointed and you're upset, and I just want you to express to me how you're feeling right now. First word that comes to your head when I say furry.
I want to game end myself.
Game. You want to no longer live yourself?
I want to go commit die.
Go commit die. Dude, why are you hating? Look, he's gay. He's here.
Do whatever you want, man, but man, the world freaks me out.
I mean, look, in all honesty, if this is what he wants to do, that's fine. I just think the furry thing to me is just so weird because there's
the whole furry thing to me, it freaks me out.
It revolves around like weird sexual fetish, dude. That's the only thing that's
what it boils down to. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, but it's not sexual to me." Okay, but the thing is sexual. It just is. It's like the fucking people that do the dog play and the horse play shit.
Yeah.
And it's like it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's okay to be weird, but it's also okay for me to call it fucking weird.
Yeah, it's okay for me to call it weird because it is weird. It's strange. And also don't
okay to do it if you want to.
Exactly, but don't pretend that it's just like an innocent thing. It has nothing to do with any of the sexual things that you're thinking. No, dude. You know that's what it's all about. You know that's all you're thinking about is I want to stick my furry dick into another furry's costume today. That's what I want to do. Yeah, that's what I want to. That's all you want to do. Apparently, I was listening to this podcast and they said that I think it was Joe Rogan podcast. He said he was in a hotel because he had like a gig around the area, and it was exactly the same time as a furry convention. And he asked the staff there, he was like, what's going on with these guys? Like, are they cool? Because, you never know. They might be like, oh, yeah, they were really cool. Like, nothing weird happened. But no, he said that they requested weird shit from the staff. Like,
of course they did.
Like, when you bring our food, can you put it in a dog bowl and put it outside in the lobby? Because we want to eat it out of the dog bowls in the lobby. And they were like, no, man, we're not going to fucking do that, dude. Do you want your food? Like, I'll bring it to you. Like, we're not going to fucking...
We're not here to just serve your every whim. We're here to do what our job is, which is bring you up food, and that's what you get, you stupid bitches.
Yeah.
Stop pretending that the entire world must bow down to you because you're so fucking special.
Yeah, and, like, the staff would say they would open the door, and it was just fucking... furries all over each other, just fucking it was just like an orgy when they're in these costumes. That's all they're doing. It's just they're fucking in these costumes, and then they act like they're dogs or cats or whatever the fuck. So like, obviously
they want to fuck animals. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, I don't know what. It's probably something to do with bestiality.
It's a step away from bestiality.
But then they're also like into the anime style.
In denial.
They like to draw it, and they like to make their avatar like the furry on Twitter and stuff like that. And yeah, people are upset that Sonic Fox is winning because he's like this furry that's beating everybody. But I'm not upset about that. I don't care. I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's stupid. Because people feel ashamed because they're like, ew, a furry beat me. Well, yeah. No, a dude, a person beat you.
That's better.
A person beat you.
Yeah.
Regardless of what his outside interests from the game are irrelevant. A dude beat you. Get over it.
Yeah. He's gay, he's queer, he's here, and he beat you. Alright, motherfucker. So, that's it. It's just funny to me that,
oh man.
The whole furry thing is just like it's just it's like otherkin. You know, those two, furry and otherkin, I feel like they're in the same boat of weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was those furries getting busted for, actual, like, bestiality and necrophilia.
Oh, jeez. Giving every furry a bad name, dude. No, what is this?
There was, like, a ring of furries that were, like, in a chat or something that were talking about fucking, like, actual animals and dead animals
All right, furries and bestiality. WikiFur, the furry encyclopedia.
Furries against bestiality. I can't remember there was like one main furry that got busted for it, but there was like a group chat of several of them.
Oh, there's an anti-furry fringe site. Caveman Joe in 2001 created the Furries Against Bestiality, an apparent anti-furry fringe site. I look around the fandom and I see splinter groups. I see splinter groups set up just to oppose splinter groups.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, I didn't know that there was so much trauma in the furry community. And I didn't know there was a wiki for furries. Wikifur.com? Hell yeah, dude. No, I'm looking for furries for bestiality, alright? That's what I'm looking for.
It was like Twitter drama.
Yeah, anyway. See, look, you see this drawing they have here? This is like everywhere. They like pride themselves in drawing these things.
Looking at it, I hate it.
He's just he's shy.
I hate it.
He's Steve Jobs as a furry. You see the turtleneck? And he's just like, oh, hi, I'm nervous, I'm shy. My furry is a shy person, but me personally, I'm an outgoing man. Oh, man. Isn't that great if your fursona is like shy, but you're actually outgoing? Because that's like part of the kink.
You want a weird role play as a shy person?
That's the kink,
while
dude.
Someone fucks you in the ass.
The last search answer in the previous page. What did I miss? I didn't see it. Let's go back.
Oh, no.
Boy raped by pedophile ring of men dressed as furry animals. Holy shit.
Oh, right.
Holy shit, dude. I did not see that. Oh, my God.
Oh, God, why? And you clicked the link, too.
Because I wanted to see who these people are, dude. Look at these
stream, you're like, oh, let me click this link about a pedophile ring.
Dude, look. These are your...
Well, I guess they're probably not going to show anything on a news site.
You think these guys know who Sonic Fox is?
No.
Damn, that's so fucked up, dude. Jesus Christ. People are just mad that Sonic Fox is dominating the fighting scene. Yeah, I mean, they just want to... It's just causing controversy, and to be honest with you, this is making the fighting game scene bigger than it usually is because of this controversy. So
yeah, it's probably, I mean, overall it's probably good for the fighting scene.
It is. No matter what, press is press. Like, I would not know anything about it if it wasn't for this guy. So what we're really trying to say is, Sonic Fox, we're proud of you. So keep doing it.
But also, everyone stop being furries.
Yeah, please. Can we just stop? Can it be a done?
Can we just stop this?
Can it be like Pogs or like spinners or what? Fidget spinners? Can it be like that?
The worst thing than furries is the actual like dog play and the horse play people.
Yeah, pup play is called pup play.
Pup play. Yeah. That's way worse. It's even weirder and makes me physically uncomfortable to even think about.
I had the unfortunate experience of like watching a video of a guy giving like an explanation on what it was and then a demonstration, and it's kind of it scarred me for life. So
you ever seen Leon Lush on YouTube?
No.
Well, you should check out his channel, but one of his recent videos is about pup play.
Yeah. And he's
like a commentary channel that also does music.
He does. I heard it from the Your Mom's House podcast because they had like videos of an Australian guy, and it was that phenomenon where he was trying to tell everyone like, dude, this is not sexual. This is just me and my buddies hanging out, and
just me and my buddies hanging out, half naked, running around on the ground, acting like we're dogs, petting each other, giving each other treats, riding on each other's back, stroking each other's hair. Nothing weird.
There was also a part where he took like a butt plug that has a tail on it on the other end.
Not sexual, by the way.
And he says it's not sexual. It's just
not sexual, by the way. Here, let me lube this up for you, buddy.
He said that's just me and my buddies hanging out.
Just hanging out. John, you want to hang out and go to the dog park later on? I got a new butt plug.
Oh, you did? Okay, good. I'll bring the lube. I'll tell my wife. Usually when you say it's not sexual, it's 100% sexual. Of course, right? Dude. I mean,
when you have to clarify, it's like saying I'm not racist, and then saying something horribly racist.
Yeah.
If you're prefacing what you're about to describe as it's not sexual.
Yeah.
It's sexual.
Look, it's not sexual, but let me put this butt plug in your ass.
Right, bro, it's not gay.
Oh, all right, let's move on, dude. I'm getting sick. Good job, Sonic Fox. Keep doing it, man. Keep pissing off. I like the other thing I want to say. Last thing is I kind of like the fact that he's making everybody mad because everybody needs to
Oh
fucking
yeah,
chill.
I'm great. I'm fine with that. I love the drama,
Yeah,
everything like that, and everyone else has got a butt plug up their ass about it.
yeah. So stop pup playing. All right, next piece of news. Blizzard asks that you temper your expectations for Diablo reveals at BlizzCon.
Yeah, of course. I was already because I knew after hearing them announce on Twitter, we have big news for the Diablo universe coming
Dude,
up. And their
dude.
big news was Diablo 3 is coming to the Switch. I wanted to kill
I
myself.
know, dude. But then they also said BlizzCon's coming and we have big Diablo news for BlizzCon.
Right. And then they're like, guys, sorry, we got everyone's hopes up. Just to clarify, no, it has nothing to do with Diablo 4.
Yeah. It's like, dude, it's as if I would tell you like, "Hey, dude, I got a lottery ticket and oh my god, man. You have no idea what just happened to me." You're going to be like,
I
"Dude,
lost.
did you win the lottery?" Or like, "He won the lottery." He wouldn't say that if he didn't. And then it's me pulling you to the side and saying, "Listen, when I said that, I just don't want you to get your hopes up because there's a possibility that, you know, I only got the like $5 reward." so, so yeah,
But I made
Blizzard.
$2 because the
Exactly.
lottery ticket was only 3.
So Blizzard is trying to they just want to do damage control before the damage happens and before they get bad press. They're like, listen, guys, I know we told you we had big news and we got you all
But
hyped up.
it's not really big news, even though we said it was.
Yeah. They just wanted everyone to be hyped because of the whole Nintendo release. I believe it's the first time they've worked with Nintendo since the fucking, like, Lost Viking days, dude. No, actually, I'm lying. StarCraft came out on 64.
Yeah, and I think there's like some other news, of course, because the Diablo anime is probably going to get announced.
Yeah. But
You
this
know, stuff like that.
they
But
just they want
that's
people
not
to be excited, that's
that's
all.
not big news.
No.
When you come out to the Diablo community and say we got big news, you just open the floodgates because you instantly just made everyone think that you're going to start talking about Diablo 4.
Yeah. The biggest news is Diablo 4 or like an MMO in the Diablo universe. Those are like the two things that would be considered big news. Then it would be like an expansion to Diablo 3. That's the other
Yep.
big news. Everything else under that, I don't even care, dude. I don't care. Just tell me in a tweet. That's it. Don't like fucking take it to BlizzCon, all right? Shows, Switch, porting it to my fucking toaster. I don't give a fuck, dude. Unless it's Diablo 4 or a new expansion or something in the Diablo universe that's another game, just don't tell me in like a big way. Don't say it's big news because it's not. It's the biggest small news you will ever hear at Blizzard 2018. I know, man. They're just really good at getting people hyped. And
Yep.
I'm sure it's going to be cool Diablo news, but it's not big news. Don't say big news, all right?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited about the anime.
Yeah, I am too.
It's gonna be cool. I hope. You
But
know.
it's not big news, dude. It's just cool news. It's like it's medium news. Big news is we just signed a contract with EA and we're making a Battlefield Diablo or some shit. That's fucking big news. That's like it's weird, but it's big news. All right? I don't like this fucking when the time is right, they say the fucking article.
When the time is
Soon.
right. Yeah. Well, it was what 12 years between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3.
Yeah.
Diablo 3 came out in 2012.
Yeah.
It's only been 6 years, people. We got like at least another 6 years.
When Diablo
Or-
4 comes out, my son's going to be like, "What's a Diablo?"
Oh man, yeah, right?
So, that's it. To be
I
honest,
mean, it's been long spans of time between all the Diablo games.
yeah. And
And it's gotten a bigger period of time between each one. So I expect Diablo 4 not to come out for like half a decade or something.
yeah, but then there's also the fact that like Fallout 3 and then Fallout 4 came out like right after it. So it's like maybe they're doing the same kind of thing where they're ramping it up. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Czar banning Jimbosaurus in 3-2. No, I don't think Diablo 3 was better than Diablo 2. I just think it was a
Uh,
different game that was just as fun.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah.
I especially once they fixed a bunch of the stuff, I enjoy Diablo 3 a lot. It's a
Yeah.
good game. Is it the same game as Diablo 2 or what everyone was expecting from the Diablo series? No, it
No,
wasn't.
it's not
But that
even the
didn't
same
make it
style of
not a
game.
good game.
It's like almost the same. It's like the cousin of Diablo. Like that's it. They took all the like Diablo assets and made a different game that's
Listen,
similar.
it's Diablo for the new generation
That's
of
it.
both gamers as well as the main market.
Yeah.
It, if it was like Diablo 2, it wouldn't have been as big. It just really wouldn't have been.
Also, guys, think about it. Diablo 2, when it came out, just the way that the game was, it created the genre of action RPGs. You know, it was one of the first ones to do it that well. And it set the standard of like, this is how it's supposed to be. And for all of us, we were like, whoa, look at how insane the music, the story, the
Mhm.
items, it didn't feel like a grind. Like everything about it was so fucking cool, dude. And it was new, brand new. Now, like nothing is new anymore. The newest thing we have now is battle royales, and you see how it's
Oh my
fucking blowing up. That's
god.
the new thing and Diablo was the new thing then. So for it to be like, for you to compare it, it's just so hard to do, man. How can they make the new thing with Diablo
Again.
3 again? It's impossible, dude. So that's it. But I'm excited about the news, but like I said, my expectations were low from the beginning.
Oh yeah. Anything that Blizzard talks about Diablo for anything is gonna my expectations are gonna be low because I know it's not gonna happen for years.
Yeah.
So
I think people in general need to lower their expectations on all video games because
that's true.
I've been
That's true.
bitten in the ass by so many fucking games, even by big developers and little developers. Like all of them, they've bit me in the ass, and then there's other ones that like pleasantly surprised me. So just fucking have no expectations. Don't do any pre-orders. Don't fucking fall for that shit.
Yeah, avoid pre-orders and shit.
Just wait, dude. Just wait. That's it. Patience is like the one thing that nerds don't have.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah,
Holy shit, not at all.
that's it. So yeah, next piece of news. Let's go. And I agree, Jimbo's remastered Diablo 2 would be great.
I would love that, yeah.
Yeah. Next piece of news. All right, these gloves will make virtual reality feel better and even more immersive. This is on Digital
Oh, I
Trends.
could grab the anime titties.
Yep. So they're making these gloves that are supposed to make touching virtual objects fucking amazing. So I'm playing a video right now. Let's fast forward. It looks like a regular glove. It has like sensors in it and shit. There's like a nerdy guy talking about it. But I just want to see the product, bro. I want to see the product in action. Stop all this. So the idea is whatever thing you touch in space,
You can
and
feel.
wow, he can. So it does look like he's actually holding
Yeah.
it because he's accurately putting items in like a box into a box, and like he's holding a cube and like a Rubik's cube, and like he's accurately moving it and putting it into places. I don't know if you have ever seen people play like VR games like on the Vive,
Oh yeah.
and it's kind of hilarious to watch them struggle like to
Oh
reload
my
their
yeah,
gun.
yeah, anything like that is a pain.
Yeah, and you can tell that they're struggling because it's like the translation of like holding something in the virtual world is not there. So I guess this
Yeah.
glove is gonna close the gap.
I'd say
So
probably in about 5 years we will have something on the market like that.
yeah, so haptic feedback, unparalleled freedom of movement. So that's what it is. That vibration you feel on your cell phone when you type like something,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
haptic
feedback.
feedback. So it's supposed to give you that.
One day we will be building rooms for VR because you got to have all those sensors. You saw there was like 6 different sensors looking at the glove to map movement and everything, you know?
Yeah,
So we're gonna like to get like VR in like 5 to 10 years. I will be converting my office into like a room full of sensors and like padded room where I'll put on a full suit that's like haptic feedback and shit.
yeah.
Like,
Then you can dress like a furry
and then I can jizz my pants while I play VR.
and while we're watching Sonic Fox play, me and you can pretend that we're VR furries.
We can yiff in VR chat.
Stop it. We don't want to get into yiffing. Big thank you to Cox Johnson for the sub in chat. I appreciate you, bud. Let's move on. Next piece of news. So I'm actually kind of I'm excited about this glove. By the way, it's actually that's like the first
It's
step.
It is. That's what this is the first step that we're seeing. Like I said, we're not going to see something like this on consumer market for years,
Yeah.
but it's exciting to see when like we see stuff like this because it shows already that it's come a long way from when he first started trying to work on something like this.
Yeah, and in my opinion, the end game for all this VR is gonna be like Sword Art Online shit. You know,
Yeah,
where
it's gonna be weird. I'm just gonna shove something in the back of my head and go to sleep forever in a VR reality matrix shit.
or just like imagine a pod that has like the treadmill, the omnidirectional treadmill, the gloves, all that glove technology all over your body, and
Yeah.
you have voice activated
You're
everything.
gonna just imagine though, because you know that they're gonna have to have this is what's weird. You know, a haptic suit is gonna be one thing for like shooters and other stuff like that, but they're gonna have to make like haptic dick sleeves.
Oh yeah, haptic dick
You know
sleeves
what
are
I
gonna be a
mean?
thing.
Because you can't just have a haptic suit with your dick in there like normal clothes. Because you know, you're gonna have a sleeve specifically for your dick, so you can, fuck the anime girls in
Yeah,
your Sword Art Online game.
so you can fuck Sonic
Um,
Fox as a
right.
furry in your
There's gonna
VR.
be that's the future. Weird shit like there's gonna be, a haptic vaginal insert
Yeah,
or some weird shit like that.
it's
There's
gonna be
gonna be some
crazy.
shit. There's gonna be some shit in the future, let me tell you.
Yeah, thankfully by then all our parents will be dead, so they don't
Oh.
want to have to see it happening.
You open up into your son's room, into his VR room, and he's got his haptic dick sleeve on, and he's
Yeah,
thrashing around.
you're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna close the door and
Back.
act like I never saw any of this. What about the first person to die from the electrical fire that happened because of their
Just what about the first person to die because they stayed in the VR and didn't eat and just shit themselves to death?
yeah? Oh
It's
man,
You already
uh,
got fucking people in China and Korea or something that died because World of Warcraft came out.
I know, dude. Can you
I mean, just
imagine?
imagine how many more deaths are going to be caused because people won't leave the VR room.
Imagine how low our population count will be because like how like low our birth rates will be because of that shit. It's like, why do I need
Because
a girlfriend?
everyone's jizzing in their haptic dick sleeves.
Yeah, they don't need a girlfriend. They don't need a wife. They're like, fuck it. Are you kidding me? I'm fucking the bitch from Near Automata tonight. I don't need that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I got Laura Croft and fucking that Morgan from Street Fighter or whatever waiting for me at home. You remember Morgan?
Yeah.
Tits
I know
out.
who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
All right. Anyway, next piece of news. So, future's gonna be great,
You could feel someone else's dick with that haptic glove.
dude. It's gonna be amazing. Sonic Fox are
Give your
coming
bro a
for.
hand job from across the United States.
It's a bro job. All right. We got our fill of dick jokes today, didn't we? That's what this is about.
That's
All right. Warframe's new expansion. It's called Fortuna. It's coming in November, and they're boasting that it's going to be 4 or 5 times larger than their last year's Plains of Eidolon update, which will add Auric infused look and feel. I don't know what that means. I mean, I kind of know what Aurican means. It's kind of from the game, but I'm not really into the lore and shit.
me neither. I know that their last expansion, the Fields of whatever,
Eidolon.
that was like their biggest, and it was free, and it like completely revived their game, and everyone was like, "This is how it should have been,"
Yeah.
and everyone was like, "This is the game that Destiny wishes it was."
Yeah. So pretty much this game, before Plains of Eidolon was out, this is what the game was. The game was like you go into your ship and you pick a mission, you go do the mission, and there's different types. There's like defend, there's turn this computer off over there, like all kinds of stupid missions. And that's all you had. So like you would do those things, you would get parts, you would craft, and you would make items and blah 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 blah. So it's just grind fest like that. Then this Plains of Eidolon came out where you can go to the Plains of Eidolon and it's open world. So it's not like choose your mission, we load in the mission and set you in that instance. This is like an open world where all kinds of people are doing missions all around you, and all of a sudden it's like an MMO. You know what I mean? So, and it was free, so everyone's like, whoa, we didn't even think that this was going to be a part of the game.
The expansion, nobody had to pay for it, which was huge.
It's just like imagine you're playing, what kind of example can we give? Like Counter-Strike just releases a battle royale all of a sudden.
Or World of Warcraft's next expansion was just given to everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And it was free. So everyone, and it's a totally different type of game. It like adds a new element to the game. You're going to be like, whoa, what the fuck? I've never expected this. So then that was huge, and now they're boasting that this new one is going to be 4 or 5 times bigger than that. So now, like, the
That's
game,
insane. That's just insane.
I honestly feel like the game is completely different after that. Now, like, they have to like work from the bottom up and make a new game. I think because it's completely different now in a
I
good
feel
way.
like I keep wanting to get into Warframe, but I just never do.
It's one of those games where like it's not pay to play, but it's pay to not grind so hard.
I'm okay with some of the, especially this type of game. I guess I'm
Yeah.
okay with that,
If you spend the thing
especially since
about
they
it
give
is
everyone so much.
they do. It's a free game, and it's like the best looking free game you'll ever play. I don't care
It
what anybody
runs
says.
smooth. I'll
Yeah.
say that too. It runs smooth.
It runs smooth, it's well made, and it's the best looking free game you'll ever play. I don't care what anybody
Probably.
says. Yeah. So,
Even Fortnite's free.
yeah. But my only problem with it is how much do I need to pay for it to not feel like a chore every time I play? Because when I played
Yeah.
it without paying any money, it was a complete chore. It felt like it.
Makes sense.
So how much do I need to pay for it to be fun? I don't know the answer. Is it $20, $100? Hearthstone, it's like thousands of dollars. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
which is ridiculous. Well, it's kind of like, like Battle Right, free to play, or you could pay $20, $30 and get all the heroes and skip that grind.
Yeah. So it's $30 for you not to do the things that you don't
So
want to
yeah,
do.
and that's not bad because it's like, okay, you can get the game for free and grind it, or you can pay the $30 and get all the heroes and play all the heroes immediately. That's not a big paywall.
Yeah.
So it would
Exactly.
be interesting to see, okay, well, what's Warframe's paywall to sort of skip the major grind that makes it a chore?
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. If the answer is
Oh,
20
me neither.
bucks, I'm down. 20 I'll pay $20 to like have fun. You know, what do you get, boosters and stuff like that, but I doubt it. I think it's like constantly $20 every month or something like that.
Yeah, it could be something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll get into it and find out and report back.
Yeah. It's one of those games that's fun alone and fun with friends. So I
Maybe
would
I'll
do
try
it.
it out.
Yeah.
Because I've played through the first part of the game twice now.
Yeah.
Um, and then I just stopped playing after that. I'm not sure why. It's fun. It's just like that beginning portion is so much like, okay, now what? And how much of this do I have to do?
It's repetitive. That's the problem. Like it's the same enemies, the same kind of things, and you finish your mission after like
Yeah.
20 minutes, and you're like, all right, what's my reward? And it's like every
Right.
like bar ticks up like a little bit, tick tick tick
And
tick.
everyone, and of course, and naturally, everyone says, well, you get to the fields of whatever,
Yeah,
and it's everything's worth it. It's great. And now, well, it's like, okay, but I got to get through the
exactly.
first part of the game that's grindy first.
I haven't gotten to the point where I was like, oh man, now I'm gonna enjoy this content. Like I haven't even gone through
Right.
the first content at all, dude, at all. Like there's so many planets I haven't been to and stuff. So I'm right there with you, dude. Like I don't even know if I should just skip all that. Should I just skip all that? Like would I have more fun? If like would it be okay to skip all those things? I don't know. I don't know if I could just go straight to the plains of Eidolon. Not sure. So that's it. Let's move on. Next piece of news. Spellbreak. You showed me this today. So
Yeah, I actually just stumbled upon this today, and I mean the article just came out like a couple 20 hours ago or something. It looked really interesting to me because it is, of course, another battle royale. Go figure. Bringing you the latest battle royale news here on this
I
fucking
know, dude.
podcast.
That's all we're all about here,
Um,
dude.
that's all we ever fucking talk about. But for those looking on the screen, I think it looks really cool. It's basically like a mage battle royale. You
Yeah.
get your choice of you have like a passive class to choose, and you also get 2 magic gauntlets to choose to equip that do different stuff. And they
Yeah.
have like a primary fire and an alternate fire, as you see, sort of like different combos and stuff going on. I just thought it was a cool take on it, and it looks cool.
And he has potions too down there. You can see
Yeah,
he has
like you can
4
get
slots.
items and stuff.
It looks like there's mana and health potions, and they're all different sizes. So that's like kind of like your ammo for all these spells. Like if you have a lot of potions, you can spam more spells. If you don't have a lot of potions, you have to be careful with them. And
Right.
there's all kinds of spells. There's walls of fire.
And as you see, they're like doing combos. The wall of fire, throwing things through the fire, seem to catch them on fire. like
Yeah.
fly spells, float. There's a lot of like movement going on, which it's like action mage fighting battle royale.
Yeah, and it's third person, and the art style is kind of like Zelda Breath of the Wild.
It does actually kind of look like that.
It's like
a
Breath of
lot.
the Wild art style. So, I mean, it looks cool. Who makes this?
I don't. I actually. I don't know. I don't. I don't. I didn't read that in the article. What they say.
Let's see. Oh, each gauntlet has a primary and secondary spray
Yeah.
too. Oh, okay.
I said that, you bitch.
Sorry, I was reading while you were talking.
Mm, mm, mm.
And then there's passives. Who's making this fucking game, dude?
That's what. Yeah. That's
Oh,
good.
okay. It's currently in pre-alpha, and you can sign up to test it here. Okay, I'll sign up for it. Put it here on the side just so I remember. And then it doesn't have a release date. If you want to find out more, the best place is Developer Proletariat Games Imgur page. They have an an Imgur page, dude. Come on, like you don't have a website, dude. I mean, let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna look them up because have they never done anything before?
Proletariat Inc. Let's see. Okay, I just want to. Great, our games. Spellbreak Stream Legends. Oh my god, they made that fucking Twitch extension, that RPG Twitch extension.
I don't think I've heard about this.
It's one of the widgets on your stream. You can like people in your chat can play it. It's like an RPG.
Oh, that's weird.
It's like a little flash game, dude. They did World Zombie Nation and Streamline. Yeah, these are all like little flash games. I guess this is their first
so this
big
is gonna
game.
be their first. It's a new battle royale RPG featuring epic magic combat. Weave spectacular spell combinations and craft strategic builds in your quest for survival. I think it looks cool.
I think it looks cool too. I'd definitely give it a shot, just to see how.
I know
it feels.
that I'm getting, I'm always getting sick and tired of the battle royales, but I feel like now I've given up, and I'm okay with them now.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, they're here, they're not going anywhere, and I'll play the games just to try them out.
Yeah, and this one, yeah, I'm gonna sign up for it actually.
Yeah, I'll sign up for it as well. Hey, buddy, here's my son.
There's Donnie.
Donnie's here. All right, let's go. Next piece of news then. EA and Activision's $79 billion games as a service growth, dude. Oh my god. Since 2012 till now, 6 years, they've made almost $80 billion together.
And that's games as a service.
$80 billion.
That's not game sales. That's not sales. That's games as a service. Right?
Let's see.
Which means it's subscription fees.
Total money. What's the net worth of
GOP? You mean GDP?
GDP. I fucking GDP.
You're looking at the Republican Party's monetary worth.
I forgot the word. God damn it! Don't judge me. So China's number one, dude. China number one, dude. We're number 3.
19 trillion.
I want to see like where do they have more money? So Tokelau, they have more money than Tokelau, dude. Oh no, they have more money than. Okay, this is the millions.
You're in the millions right now.
So they have more. Yeah. So let me go higher.
Okay, there's billions.
All right, more than Samoa. Let's see if there's any other countries that they have. They have more than the Virgin Islands.
And this is just the GDP of the economy. So.
Yeah, they have more money than Guam. We're getting up there. We got to get in the 80 billion range. So let's get. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
70.
Nepal beats them. Oh no, they beat Nepal.
They beat Nepal, Uruguay, Slovenia, Afghanistan, Zambia, Libya, Cambodia, El Salvador.
However, remember, what we looked at on the article was 79 billion in games as a service over 6 years.
Yeah, exactly.
This is GDP from 2017.
Yeah.
So that's just the gross domestic product of 2017.
Yeah.
But we get the numbers.
Yeah.
Huge.
It's just
We're
crazy
talking
money.
Huge numbers.
It's like country having money. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So can you explain what video games as a service means? Is that just
as far as what I don't know in this article all of what they mean, but it's the idea of Netflix and that sort of things. That's entertainment as a service. So games as a service is things like Origin. What's their subscription thing? You know, you
Yeah.
pay $15 a month and you have access to this library. Discord has one now called Nitro.
Mhm.
You sign up for Nitro, pay a monthly fee, and you have access to this library of video games. That's games as a service in that meaning. But this article could also be talking about subscription fees. An MMO that you pay a subscription fee for is a game as a
That
service.
makes sense.
A online multiplayer game that constantly updates is a game as a service.
Yeah. And EA has
So,
Origin, and Activision has Blizzard, which is
yeah,
all the MMOs and stuff like that.
so they're probably talking about subscriptions on those kind of games. They're probably talking about other multiplayer games that just constantly have updates. They also are probably talking about Origin subscription fees and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Sick. So I mean, yeah, that's how much money they're making.
Just on
So
that stuff. So they're not including like, the $60 game sales.
yeah. So meanwhile, Activision Blizzard. Okay, so the business of video games published and Spotted Games Daily shows that since 2012, EA's value has risen from $4 billion to
Whew.
$33 billion, almost 10 times. Meanwhile, Activision Blizzard has seen its market value soar from 10 billion to 60 billion, 6 times more in 6 years. It can be Activision's growth can partially be attributed to live titles such as Destiny and Overwatch. I don't think Destiny, but definitely Overwatch. I don't know. Did Destiny really do that well?
Destiny's big. It just is.
Okay.
Yeah.
They also have Candy Crush, Bubble Witch, Saga, and hugely popular casual games into the fold. Oh, Activision owns Candy Crush?
Jesus.
Oh my god, dude. So, the Agent X is saying, I believe in games as service categories, season passes and certain
Yeah.
microtransactions are also counted. Makes sense.
I believe that is correct as well.
I didn't know they owned Candy Crush. That changed. That's why they own all.
That's huge because
Yeah.
all of that thing is riddled with microtransactions.
Yeah. So let me see. How much does Candy Crush make? Candy Crush profit per year. Has been downloaded over 2.7 billion times. Its revenue for the quarter ending September 2017 was $250 million.
250 million in the last quarter of
Dude.
2017.
Oh shit. That means the
Jesus,
last
all these Facebook moms playing Candy Crush.
Dude, 3 months, $250 million. Insane. And then Electronic Arts, on the other hand, has its annual sports to thank. FIFA, Madden,
yeah,
NHL. Yeah. The sports is like they make so much.
They make money hand over fist on that.
They make so much money on those because
And now they got the microtransactions and all of those.
Yeah, they have all those licenses and stuff. So and they're just like, there's no competition. That's why they make so much.
Yeah,
So,
and as Agent X is saying in the chat, the amount of money that's just made on mobile games market is disgusting.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane.
It's all impulse
Crazy.
buys. It's all impulse buys. It's all so easy because your credit card information's already in there. So
Right there, you just hit buy, and it's $2 buy. It's $2 buy. You do that every single day.
Yeah.
And you're just throwing money at these people.
Yeah. Maybe we should just make a mobile game, point and click mobile game.
There you go.
Me and you butt fucking each other in furry costumes.
You just tap it to increase thrusting.
Tap to thrust. Next piece of news.
It's like a cookie clicker game,
Yeah.
except instead of making cookies by clicking, you're just thrusting.
Oh man. Last piece of news. All right. The Call of Duty brings in $500 million in 3 days. Holy shit.
Hey,
Black Ops.
nice.
Okay, my thing about Black Ops is I haven't bought it. It's $60.
You should.
Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's playing it, and I'm like,
Dude, I'm only playing Blackout, which is the battle royale on the side. I'm mostly playing multiplayer.
Oh,
so
really?
Much fun. Oh yeah.
Is the multiplayer that it's more fun, isn't it? Than the past iterations.
It's reminded me how fun Call of Duty multiplayer used to be.
What? Because a
When
lot of people talk shit about the multiplayer in the past games.
There are things to talk shit about. Yes. Is it still fun? 100%.
Yeah.
I used to spend hundreds of hours playing Modern Warfare 2 on Xbox 360. That was all the time. Now it's more because now you have class based, like a battle arena, like Overwatch. You have equipments with cooldowns, and you have an ultimate that you charge.
Oh, okay.
But it's just fucking fun.
Wait, you
I'm
have an ultimate while you're. What
Yeah,
ultimate? What do you
yeah.
mean? Like,
You
what are your
you
ultimates?
select like one lady battery. Her equipment, which is her E, she throws a cluster grenade, and it has a cooldown. So it's like you can throw it, and then it has a cooldown. And then you charge her ultimate, which is her Q. And once you've charged it, she whips out a grenade launcher, and she has so many shots with a grenade launcher.
Oh, so they introduced classes to Call of Duty?
Yes. So you've always had like create a class where you could customize perks, weapons attachments, stuff like that. You still have that. It's separate to these things that are called operators.
Oh, so they kind of took a page out of Rainbow Six's book.
Yes. So you have your operators, which is where you have your equipment and your ultimate. Like Nomad, when he gets his Q, you summon an attack dog that goes out and seeks out people.
Oh, yeah, and the only way they have to shoot the dog
You
or
have to
whatever.
kill the dog,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if the dog touches you, you die. And then you also still have your kill streaks, UAVs, airstrikes, attack helicopters,
Wow, it sounds like the multiplayer. And then there's healing now in the multiplayer.
and then there's healing. You don't automatically heal anymore.
Yeah.
You have your heal bound to a Q, which is it's a hot. You stab yourself and you heal over time very quickly.
Just like the Blackout, right?
Just like Blackout, except there's no cast time on it. It's an instant stab. Like Blackout, you got to hold it down a couple seconds for it to heal.
Yeah.
For this, it's one, you just go bam and you heal over time real quickly.
That's interesting. That does change the dynamic because they said that they wanted to make it a more competitive online mode, and feels like it's more refreshing because it's a different take on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, just like with any game, when you have things like ultimates, the charge ups and stuff like that,
Overwatch. Yeah.
there will be times when you play where you want to kill yourself. You feel like you just got cancer and you hate your life. But
Yep.
that's how all those games are. It is still immensely fun.
Yeah.
It's worth it just for the multiplayer.
That's
Blackout,
interesting.
I still play Blackout. It's good, and the zombies has been fun as well.
Yeah, the Blackout I'm not a fan of, so that's probably why I don't like Blackout. I don't like the as far as like a realistic shooter, I still think PUBG does a lot of things better. The only thing it doesn't do better is fucking coding of the fucking game and servers. Like that it's
Yeah.
all fucked, you know? But everything else is like there's little things too, bullets going through people, like bullshit like
Yeah.
railings being indestructible and stuff like that. So those are things that are annoying about PUBG, but I don't like grappling hooks in my battle royales that are realistic.
Stuff like that is completely understandable.
Yeah, jumping around like an idiot and then like no recoil on your guns and stuff like that. You know, it's just like it throws me off. You know what I mean?
Understandable. I still recommend getting it just for the multiplayer because I feel that's pretty much what everyone's playing mostly is multiplayer.
Yeah, the multiplayer seems like that actually you kind of sold me on the multiplayer more than the battle royale.
Yeah, and that's what I'm mostly playing.
Yeah. The Agent X says I've spent 90% of my time on multiplayer and zombies. Blackout is fun for a little change of pace, but then I go back to the other. It sounds like I would just play the multiplayer. I wouldn't even play the Blackout.
Yeah, I jump on Blackout with Kozer every now and then to do some duos, but then I just jump right back onto multiplayer.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, they made a shitload of money. $500 million in the first 3 days. And in this article, look at this. It says that's the same figure the publisher revealed last year for Call of Duty World War II, which didn't, I think it didn't do as well, right? People didn't like it. But
yeah, I think like the last two Black Ops didn't do as well.
But people still bought it. They did 500 million last year on that other one, and that other one didn't even have Blackout. And then their best was Black Ops 3 that did $550 million, which is not that far along. And then their worst is Infinite Warfare, which did which did 250 million.
Yeah.
Boo-hoo, only 250 million. Fuck,
in
dude.
3 days.
I guess you're in the minority if you don't like any of these games, the Call of Duty games and stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely very glad with the purchase. It's worth the money, and I will be continue playing it. That's what I'm gonna do after the podcast is done. I'm gonna jump on Call of Duty multiplayer.
When this podcast is done, which will be shortly, I will be probably getting breakfast, and then I'm going to come back and play some more Hand of Fate 2.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so that's a game that I've put down for a little while because I couldn't get past this one level. It's called, it's like the challenge is called Strength, and you start the level with only 10 HP out of 100.
Jesus.
And the idea is you have to get through it, and like you could just die in the first battle. But
Right.
So like that's pretty much what would happen. And then the more you die, this this thing comes up where it tells you like, hey, you can turn on easy mode if you want, and you know the enemies are weaker and blah blah blah. And I was like, fuck no, dude, I'm not doing that. Fuck you. I would rather not play the game than fucking do that, you know?
Right.
So I would click no on that, and then finally, like a week ago, I beat that one, and I beat the strength challenge, and then after that, it was just one by one. I just started beating all the other ones after that because I got so good from that one.
Just to get past that one.
Oh my god, dude, it was insane. So yeah, I got it done, and I'm having fun with it. I love it. If anybody needs any pointers on it, let me know. I'm fucking obsessed with that game right now. So that's it. Other than that, man, sorry about the stream news, guys. I know that some people are disappointed about it, but I don't know, man. I'm just happy, dude. I'm happy I have a son. He's fucking amazing, and I can't wait for him to get older and for us to like continue this whole video game culture with him. Like,
Yeah.
you know, introduce him to it and show him the right way to do it, and for him to have a fucking parent that isn't gonna shame him for playing video games, because I still get shamed by my family because I like
Same.
video games, you know.
Same.
Even though, you know, I live on my own, I have a full-time job, and I pay my bills, and I've got my life together,
Right.
I still get shamed for fucking playing video games all the time. So, you know, I still get called lazy.
Gamers rise up.
Yeah. I still get called lazy and, you know, someone that would rather play video games than do all the other important adult things, which is, like, ridiculous. But I still get those things. So for him, he's not going to have that experience. He's going to have an experience where I'm going to tell him like it is. Like, hey, you can play video games, and that's okay. You can even do an 8-hour day if you want, dude, where you and your buddies just fucking veg out, forget to eat, forget to take a piss, and all you do is play video games. I get it. I've been there. But make sure all your ducks are in a row before you do that, because then you can have peace of mind that I'm not going to fuck with you and tell you, hey, you didn't do this, this, and that. You know what I mean?
Get your shit done.
Which my parents never told me any of that. They just said, what are you doing with your life? Your life is, you know, going to hell. Like, you're not doing anything, blah, blah, blah. So, which was like the worst negative reinforcement ever. The Agent X, the hypocrisy of people that sit around watching TV calling video games lazy and a waste of time. I know, man. That's it. It's just like, because they have no interest in it, they think that it's a stupid thing. But everybody watches TV. So they don't think that that's, you know, oh, TV's bad for you. Yeah, I've heard that before. You know what I mean? The stigma of a gamer is the worst. So, other than that, I mean, that's it. Anything you want to plug, Czar?
No, I'm waiting for Stas's question.
I know, but we can't, you know, extend this
Wait
podcast
around
2 more
forever
hours
for
waiting.
Stas to type.
Instead of just asking the question, he's like, so, when are you going to waste your time and buy Call of Duty to play with us? Probably not anytime soon, because the money, $60 can buy me 2 big-ass cans of formula, and I'll still have $20 left over. So I think I would rather buy my kid formula than play Call of Duty right now. Every time I'm about to make that purchase, I just think about how I could just buy him 2 big cans of formula, and that would last me like a week.
That's probably a good. That's probably a good thing to keep you from spending money on worthless shit.
Yeah. So, as much as I would like to buy Call of Duty, 60 buys me this, and I have 20 left over. Exactly, dude. Jeez, get your priorities straight. Yeah, that $20 left over, I could put gas in my car too. So for the price of Call of Duty, it pays for itself, bro. No, honestly, it's not even just about that, like price tag or anything like that. It's just like even if I buy it, I'm not gonna have time to play it.
Right. No,
You know?
yeah, I haven't bought games before when I've been real busy because of that.
Yeah.
Like,
So
well, I'll spend the money when I have the time.
and right now I have a game that's entertaining me. So until that's not entertaining anymore, I'll be playing something else. And I know you're teasing, Stas. I know. I'm just saying in general. That's just my situation. I was there with my credit card in hand, ready to buy Call of Duty, and I'm like, but after I buy this and I install it, I won't be able to play.
Right.
So it's like, when will I be able to play? And the answer is I don't know. So that's all it is. So once I have more free time and stuff like that, I'll definitely get back into the gaming thing. So Czar has to shit really bad. I think we're just gonna let it go from there. So I gotta eat breakfast with the wife. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the podcast. I love you guys so much, man. I can't wait to keep doing this more and more. Hold on, let me turn this down a little bit. Can't wait to keep this going, man. This love train going. So I'll see you guys next week with some more gaming news. We love you. Now, Czar, sign us out. Bye.
We pretend people care about our opinions. We pretend people care about our opinions.
They're just a couple of good guys, virtue signaling their life away.
It smells like wet dog. We pretend people care about our opinions. We pretend people care about our opinions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Point Click Podcast. They're just a couple of good guys, virtue signaling their life away. So stay woke, stay fresh,